Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. The Rockin' the Mountain concert series is returning to Hazleton this summer for 5 nights of music, food, and fun. The event is a collaboration between the City of Hazleton and Visit Luzerne County. Hazleton Parks and Recreation Director Allie McKittrick said this year's concert series will kick off on June 27th with a band all the way from Tennessee.
We're excited to kick off with Key of G, which is coming all the way up from Nashville. That's a Garth Brooks tribute. So that's, as you can see, I have my country hat on already, so I'm ready for that one. And I mean, I'm really excited about all of them, but that one's kicking off on June 27th.
The concert series will continue on July 4th with Idol Kings, a tribute to REO Speedwagon and Journey. Then the series will pick up in August with ABBA FAB, a tribute to ABBA's greatest hits on August 1st, Winslow and Evening of the Eagles on August 8th, and El Peluche Típico on August 15th. McKittrick said she was especially excited about the change of pace for the final week of the concert series.
We're adding a Latin band at the end of the concert series to finish it out, which is going to be an exciting change this coming year. So we're really excited about that. A lot of musical instruments, a lot of dancing, moving. It's going to be great.
Just like last year, McKittrick said the concerts will be held at City View Park, located at 700 South Poplar Street in Hazleton. And
it's a beautiful location. There's the stage, there's all the pavilions. We'll have adult beverages there for the adults, and we'll have food trucks, and if anybody gets hungry or thirsty, we'll have everything covered for you guys. And it's a rain or shine event. Like I said, we have covered pavilions, so that makes it really nice. But there's a grass area to sit. People can bring their chairs, their blankets, or if you just feel like dancing, there's a nice dance stage right in front of the stage.
All in all, McKittrick said the concert series is something you won't want to miss.
It's fantastic memories. I mean, the feedback that we had from last year's concerts, it was all positive. It was really exciting. I mean, it's like, I think all of us have musical memories where we've gone to different concerts and it just stays with us. Whenever we close our eyes, we think about those moments, and these concerts are like that because they are really joining a lot of people together. You see people you haven't seen in a long time, or you meet new people at these concerts. I mean, it's just a really, really fun time.
Each night, the gates will open at 5 p.m. with the music running from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. The concerts are free and open to the public. The City of Hazleton has received notice that a lawsuit filed by the Department of Justice regarding an alleged violation of the Voting Rights Act has been voluntarily dismissed. The lawsuit was originally filed on Tuesday, January 7th, and challenged the City Council's at-large method of electing members. According to the lawsuit, the at-large method resulted in Hispanic citizens having less opportunity than other citizens to participate in the political process and elect candidates of their choice. In a press release on Tuesday, Mayor Jeff Cassett said the city had filed a motion to dismiss the lawsuit and had granted the Department of Justice an extension of time to file a response to the motion. Instead of responding, Cassett said the Department of Justice withdrew the case. In his statement, Cassett said the city will continue to follow all Pennsylvania state and Luzerne County election laws and procedures. Cassett also said that the city believes the 5 at-large city council seats elected in rotating election cycles should continue to be duly elected by the people, and that any future changes should come from a vote of the citizens of Hazleton through a ballot referendum. 2 women from Exeter Borough have been arrested on multiple child abuse charges. According to officials, Stacy Lauder and Amanda Gregorio were taken into custody on Tuesday, April 22nd, after they allegedly restrained, neglected, and abused a child under the age of 13. Officials at the district attorney's office say the child was restrained to her bed by her hands, chest, feet, and legs, and suffered substantial bruising and scars throughout her body. The child was also reportedly extremely malnourished, only reaching 1/100th percentile for a healthy child her age. Lauder and Gregorio have been charged with felony aggravated assault of a victim under 13 years old and unlawful restraint, among other related charges. The investigation remains ongoing. Coming up on WYLN News, crews continue to battle a large wildfire near Jim Thorpe. Plus, a man is wanted by Pennsylvania State Police for access device fraud. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network and Jefferson Health, investing in your well-being and building healthier communities, because more expertise and convenient care mean better outcomes and a healthier you. Learn more at lvhn.org/Jefferson.
My name is Addie, and my welcome be Cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cheers Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cheers is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nesquebec and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, Eric was in a car accident in New York, but he lives in Pennsylvania. Tune in to see how gentle chiropractic and how he will write reports for his attorney is going to give him the best care that he needs.
Welcome back to WYLN News. Officials say the containment of the large wildfire near Carbon County has been raised from 53% on Tuesday to 66%. According to DCNR, no buildings have been lost to the blaze, and the smoke is likely to settle into the valley sometime Wednesday evening. The wildfire has been burning for several days and across hundreds of acres in parts of Bear Mountain between Weisport and Jim Thorpe. Officials say some structures remain at risk, including buildings on the outskirts of Jim Thorpe and Long Run Road. Crews say firefighters have been operating day and night to keep watch on the fire until it is fully contained.
All right, good afternoon, everybody.
The Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection celebrated Earth Day by announcing the next round of Growing Greener Plus grant program applications. The announcement was made during a press conference in Schuylkill County on Tuesday. DEP Acting Secretary Jessica Shirley spoke about the program and its benefit to Pennsylvania communities.
Growing Greener is the largest single investment of state funds in Pennsylvania history to address critical environmental concerns. To date, Growing Greener grants have provided almost $420 million in funding to more than 2,800 environmental projects all across Pennsylvania. Growing Greener funding supports projects that restore watersheds to prevent flooding, like this one here in Pine Grove, They improve water quality, and they reduce non-point source pollution across the Commonwealth, just like the incredible work completed here along the Swatara Creek.
In her remarks, Shirley also addressed the positive effect the program has had in Pine Grove.
The Swatara Creek Floodplain Restoration Phase 1 project is a shining example of what Growing Greener makes possible. In 2017, the site received a $2.5 million Growing Greener grant to address flooding and the devastating impacts felt through the northern Swatara Creek watershed. That same year, DCED awarded another $3 million to the community as part of disaster recovery efforts. But what happened next is really remarkable because of the numerous partners and the cost-effective bids that combined those funds didn't cover just one project phase, they covered 3 phases. It was partners such as the Schuylkill County Conservation District, the Northern Swatara Creek Watershed Association, the County of Schuylkill, the Pine Grove Joint Treatment Authority, Guilford Performance Textiles by Lear, Pine Grove Borough, Roots Farm, Philip Reel, DEP, and DCED that made this project happen. And the result, you can see behind me, is 20.9 acres of restored floodplain, 8.1 acres of wetlands created, and over 8,000 linear feet of stream bank stabilized.
Growing Greener grants can be awarded to watershed groups, local or county governments, municipal authorities, county planning commissions, county conservation districts, educational institutions, or nonprofit organizations. To date, the Growing Greener grants have provided almost $420 million in funding to more than 2,000 environmental projects across the Commonwealth. For more information regarding the Growing Greener Plus grant program, or to apply, you can visit pa.gov and search Growing Greener. A man is wanted by state police after he reportedly stole credit card information from 19 customers at a Chinese buffet in Luzerne County. According to troopers, Zhu Jianhua has been charged in connection with an access device fraud/theft that took place in Hazel Township in December of 2013. In the following months, state police report that 19 victims reported unauthorized charges on their credit or debit cards at various locations in Hazleton, Wilkes-Barre, Allentown, Bethlehem, and Easton. Following an investigation, troopers discovered that all of the victims had eaten at the Jumbo China Buffet in Hazel Township in early to mid-December of 2013. The victims told investigators that the employee who took their cards to pay for their meals took an abnormally long time to return them. One of the suspects was identified as Zhu Jianhua, and a warrant for his arrest was issued in April of 2014. Hua has been charged with theft, forgery, access device fraud, and identity theft in connection with the investigation. Hua's last known address was in Brooklyn, New York. Anyone with information regarding the suspect's whereabouts is asked to contact Pennsylvania State Police in Hazleton at 570-459-3890. Coming up on Whitehaven's News Choice, we talk rheumatology on this week's Wellness Wednesday. Plus, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Cunningham Part 3. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
Lehigh Valley Health Network is now proudly part of Jefferson Health. And when 2 healthcare leaders come together for the community, you can expect more. More locations, more clinical trials, more breakthrough treatments. Jefferson Health and Lehigh Valley Health Network. Together for the future of care.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. subscribe, and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Are you sitting at home living in pain? Maybe it's in your hands, maybe your back or your hips. The good news is you don't need to live in pain. Why? Because there is Omega XL, a one-of-a-kind, natural, powerful joint relief supplement created from the green lip mussels of New Zealand. Drug-free, non-habit forming. It's small, easy to swallow, and it's backed by more than 40 years of clinical research. As I was getting older, my joints started to feel that wear and tear. But then I tried Omega XL and it changed my life. If you're experiencing daily aches and pains due to aging and overuse, try Omega XL and see the difference it can make in your life.
Buy one, get two free. 2 bottles of Omega XL plus Vitamin XL D3, a value of more than $85. Call today and you pay only $39.95. Plus, you have nothing to lose because it's backed by our 60-day money-back guarantee. Call now.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30.
Hi, welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I am here today with our LVPG rheumatologist, Dr. Brian Delvecchio. Welcome, Dr. Delvecchio.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So you are a rheumatologist, but I'm not sure if everyone in our viewing area knows what a rheumatologist does. So would you kind of give us an overarching view of who do you treat and who comes to you for care?
Certainly, that's a great question. Rheumatology is a subspecialty of internal medicine where we deal with patients with various musculoskeletal conditions, many of which are autoimmune. So we'll deal with patients with rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, Sjogren's disease, a lot of the autoimmune rheumatic conditions, as well as osteoarthritis, osteoporosis, gout, to name a few. So there are various inflammatory conditions that could affect the entire body. And we work with other subspecialists to try to figure out what the best management treatment is for the patient.
So how is this a referral, like from someone's primary care physician? They identify one of these symptoms or diseases, and then they refer them to you?
That's exactly it. Typically, that's what we end up doing, is either through the primary care or other subspecialties, may it be pulmonary, renal, endocrine, various subspecialties. We'll see some signs and symptoms that could be consistent with an autoimmune rheumatic condition itself. So then they'll refer to us. We'll do the workup, or they'll do the part of the workup itself, try to make an accurate diagnosis, and then work in collaboration with the other specialists in primary care to get the patient on the best treatment.
So you're located right on 309 in Hometown, correct?
Correct.
Awesome. Like right before the McDonald's, if you will.
You got it. Yep.
Down,
yeah, I'm there. It's off the 309. It's 241 Claremont Avenue. So I'm there 4 days a week. And then 1 day a week, I actually go to Pottsville.
Okay.
Every Thursday.
So one thing you had mentioned, got my ears up, is how do you treat someone with osteoporosis? Like, what do you do to help with that?
Yeah. So the first part is awareness and assessment of the patient. So getting a good history with regards to patients' bone health, looking at various imaging studies as well as x-rays, but more importantly, a bone density test to see where their bone density is at, looking at some blood tests, including vitamin D and other things that are important for bone health. And then we make a diagnosis and then set up a treatment regimen. And the whole key is to improve the bone density, but ultimately we want to reduce the risk for somebody's fracture.
Okay.
Because we know with fracture, it's more than just breaking a bone. There are other comorbidities that could occur as far as blood clots, other things, pneumonias, immobility that could occur after someone fractures their hip or a bone in their back itself. So Fracture begets fracture. Once you have one fracture, you have a higher risk for more. So we want to be able to interrupt that process and prevent against fractures and all the comorbidities that are associated with it.
Right, and you said that key word that we love to say, preventative, you know?
Definitely.
Yeah, get tested.
We want to be proactive.
We want to be proactive, absolutely. Yep. Anything else you want to share with our audience?
I think that's about it, but if there's, we will add, if there's anything where your primary care or yourself feels there's an arthritis, we do deal with osteoarthritis or wear and tear arthritis, which is much more common than rheumatoid. We have much more to offer for inflammatory illnesses like rheumatoid arthritis, psoriatic arthritis. So if there's any inkling from the patient's perspective with a primary care or another specialist, that's where we're really here to help. To assess the patient and figure out if they actually do have the condition. And if they do, we work together to get on the best treatment regimen to achieve a patient's goal.
Well, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for watching Wellness Wednesday.
Thank you.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
My name is Addie, and my welcome be cloudy.
Stephen Engel lived by the philosophy that time is a precious thing. Born near Cunningham in 1837, his father and brothers had watchmaking experience, and Stephen learned the trade as well during a 2.5-year apprenticeship in Scranton. Engel would move to Whitehaven and then to Hazleton, working in jewelry and watchmaking with a side career in dentistry. Clocks were heavily on Engel's mind throughout this time, however, and in 1857 he began work on an impressively imagined monumental clock, one he believed would rival the impressive public clocks of the time. Built in stages over 20 years, the resulting clock would stand 11 feet high and 8 feet wide and feature 48 moving figures. Engel, wishing to publicly display the clock rather than directly profit from it, sold it after its 1878 completion to Captain Jacob Reed, who toured what was now called the Engel clock around the East Coast under the billing of the 8th wonder of the world. Various other owners would exhibit the clock for the next 70 years until it was put in storage after one last appearance at the 1951 Ohio State Fair. In 1983, it was rediscovered in a barn in Connecticut, and shortly thereafter was purchased by the National Watch and Clock Museum in Columbia, Lancaster County. Today, the fully restored Engel clock is the museum's crown jewel. As for Stephen Engel himself, he wished to build another grand clock, but his family talked him out of it. Engel would go on to create such inventions as a dust-proof watch case, a method to bond artificial dentures to gold and silver plates, and an air gun that would prove too powerful for the market. He would also run a chewing gum company, an engraving company, and an eyeglass company, and would briefly run a copper mine in Honduras. He died in 1921 and today rests in West Hazelton's Mountain View Cemetery. Although Cunningham had grown into a firm community around the turn of the 20th century, it had, up till that point, not officially been incorporated. That, however, would change on November 12, 1901, when local leaders met in the Cunningham Hotel to officially incorporate Cunningham as a borough. Charles H. Nellie was named the town's first mayor at this meeting. He and his immediate successors would have some rough roads to travel in the years ahead. In 1906, a massive flood would ravage the town. 1 year later, in 1907, a fire started in the boiler room of the Robbins Shirt Factory and quickly spread out of control, destroying 6 properties and threatening to engulf the entire town. Only the additional assistance of fire departments from Hazleton would keep the damage from being worse, as Cunningham did not have an official fire department at that time. It would be 1927 before the borough would get its own fire truck. And during World War I, Cunningham's then mayor, Oscar Schaefer, would end up making the ultimate sacrifice for his country in combat. Schaefer remains part of his community today, as his portrait hangs prominently in the borough building, and the now-defunct local American Legion post in town has been named in his honor.
My name is Addie, and my welcome be cloudy.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.